Why, hello, fellow Patriots, and welcome back to the Patriot Dad channel, where we can discuss current events and modern issues, all while keeping it as real as possible. And when I say keeping it as real as possible, I mean it. We're going to discuss things on this channel sometimes that are a little bit controversial, or that some people may not want to discuss. That's fine. If you don't like it, you can always leave a comment below and we can have a conversation about it. Something else that I would like to promote is that down in the description, you'll also find an affiliate link for Coffee Brand Coffee. As a veteran and a shift worker, I've made somewhat of a life drinking coffee. I love coffee, and so far, Coffee Brand Coffee's blend number 1 and 2 are one of my favorite coffees that I've ever had. So please make sure you check them out if you're looking to order coffee from somebody that tries to keep their political affiliations out of their business. I also have a promotion ongoing with the Rogue Dermatologist, so please check out this ad before we get started. Patriots, a lot of you have been asking about the Second Amendment acrylic print that sits behind me in all of my videos. The Rogue Dermatologist, Dr. Yuval Bibi, and myself have collaborated to bring you a limited time offer. Head on over to epidermalexpressions.com. Under America's First, go to Constitutional Eye Chart, scroll down to the rolled poster, and as you can see, this rolled poster normally retails for $20. Go ahead and add one of those to your cart. Go to checkout, enter the code PDPoster, and the first 50 Patriots can claim their own 9x11 rolled poster. Just covers shipping and handling. So follow the link down in the description below and act fast before this deal is over. And welcome back. Let's get our article pulled up. So you can see here from Twitter, Insider Paper has posted that AstraZeneca could pay £225 million for a defective COVID vaccine after admitting it can cause rare blood clot side effect. Now, the image on this tweet is a link to the article, so we're going to go ahead and pull up that article and we can read it together. So you can see here, AstraZeneca could pay £255 million for a defective COVID vaccine after admitting it can cause rare blood clot side effect. Brendan Taylor posted this April 29th of 2024. Victims and families seek compensation as AstraZeneca faces lawsuit for allegedly defective COVID vaccine. More than £250 million could be awarded. Now, there's a lot of conditional language in this article, so I will just read it the way it is written. It is not to assume that this case is completed, because it looks like it is not, but the article is an interesting view into what a lot of us have been saying about the vaccine and the protections that government has put in place with regard to this medication above all others. So the more than £250 million could be awarded to those who claim they've been harmed by AstraZeneca's COVID vaccine, according to court documents. According to the Daily Mail, 51 cases have been filed in London's High Court. Lawyers representing the victims and families are suing AstraZeneca under the Consumer Protection Act of 1987. They argue the vaccine was a defective product and was not safe, as consumers generally were reasonably entitled to expect. The families say that AstraZeneca jab can cause injuries and even deaths among their loved ones. AstraZeneca has strongly denied these claims. The pharmaceutical company admitted in a legal document from February that its vaccine can, in very rare cases, lead to a condition known as thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome, TTS. The condition is also known as vaccine-induced immune thrombotic thrombocytopenia, VITT. TTS can lead to blood clots and low count of blood platelets, and in some cases, it has seriously harmed or even caused the deaths of people who received AstraZeneca's vaccine. The possibility of TTS has been noted as a potential side effect since the vaccine's launch, but AstraZeneca's statement in February was the first time the company admitted it in court, according to The Telegraph. TTS is believed to be connected to at least 81 deaths in the UK. However, not all of these cases have been conclusively proven, and not every family is pursuing legal action, the Daily Mail reported. Father of two seeks compensation after suffering permanent brain injury linked to the AstraZeneca vaccine. One person seeking compensation is Jamie Scott, a father of two and an IT engineer. After receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine in April 2021, he suffered a blood clot and brain bleeding, leading to a permanent brain injury. He hasn't been able to work since. His wife wife Kate told The Telegraph, "The medical world has acknowledged for a long time that VITT was caused by the vaccine. It's only AstraZeneca who have questioned whether Jamie's condition was caused by the jab." AstraZeneca said in a statement, "Our sympathy goes out to anyone who has lost loved ones or reported health problems. Patient safety is our highest priority, and regulatory authorities have clear and stringent standards to ensure the safe use of all medicines, including vaccines." Now, way back in the day, I would have believed this a lot more, but the rapid nature in which this vaccine was deployed, the legal protections these companies were given, and the prolific use and push on the masses to get these vaccines makes one have a few questions. Some of those questions sound a little crazy, some don't, but it's also very difficult to prove exactly what caused these deaths, and I think that's one of the major things that these companies are going to hide behind. It's going to be extremely difficult to prove that any kind of blood clot disorder, any kind of heart condition, any kind of brain issue, any of these things were 100% definitively the cause of the vaccine. Just stating that something wasn't happening before you got the vaccine and is now happening after you got the vaccine does not necessarily mean the vaccine did it. I 100% understand that argument. It makes logical sense. However, when you face the sheer number of excess deaths and the non-existent nature of the reported flu deaths in 2020 and 2021, it really makes somebody who thinks logically also question the official narrative. When the official narrative is pushed so hard and so ubiquitously that you are not allowed to even question the science, I have questions, because science is all about questions, forming hypotheses, testing the hypotheses, and having your conclusions challenged and answering those challenges. That's how science always has been, and that's how it always should be. So when I see the propagandist media pushing so hard in one direction and telling us that we are not allowed to question the official narrative, I question it even harder. Now, were some of these people harmed directly by AstraZeneca and maybe some of these other vaccine companies? I see no reason to believe they weren't. Were all of these issues created by the vaccine, by AstraZeneca, or by the other pharmaceutical companies? Probably not, because 100% definitive statements are almost never true. If you see what I did there, you're smart. We should always have questions. We should always be skeptical when we're told things by the official narrative. Now, I personally did not get it. I worked at a company that never pushed it as a 100% requirement. Sure, we had extra things that we had to do. Sure, I carried a letter in my car, so if the police had pulled me over for being on the road and going to work, I would have had a letter to present saying that I was an essential worker. Now, I question, if we had not essential workers, why are they doing any of these jobs in the first place? Every job should be essential. If we have jobs that are not essential to our economy or to our way of life, what are they for? The other thing that we should really be concerned with is the rapid nature in which everybody just complied and followed the social pressure to just do what the propagandists told us to do. People didn't go to work. People didn't see their loved ones. People got a medication that was essentially forced on them, that we have no 100% conclusive evidence to say what that medication may or may not be doing to the people that got those vaccines. I was very disappointed in the United States above all, but in the world at the rate at which everybody just complied. The rapid nature in which people were 100% willing to turn in their friends and family to the authorities for non-compliance, being accused of being a murderer for being out in public without a mask. I still see people today in May of 2024 still wearing masks and still saying it's for COVID. We just saw it at all of these campus protests, and I think it is ridiculous. If you still believe that official narrative from 2000 and 2021, there's a good chance you're an idiot. And what are they doing now? We have the new health crisis. Now they're talking about bird flu that's being carried by cows. Weird. Cows, the thing that we get most of our meat from. And imagine that. They're also trying to push artificial meat and eating bugs on us. So what better way to push that and to get more compliance than to make meat prohibitively expensive? How do you make meat too expensive? Well, supply and demand, folks. You force everybody to kill off their cattle, saying that they're a health hazard for bird flu, whether the test is legitimate or not. You're going to get an order if you're a rancher from the government, and they're going to hand you a piece of paper, and that paper is going to say your cows were tested without your permission and they were found to be infected. You must kill all of your cows. We're going to compensate you as the farmer for their full value. So your own tax money is going to be paid to ranchers to make meat too expensive for us peasants to afford. Mark my words, it's coming. And maybe we'll do another video about that topic by itself. I'd like to thank those of you that made it to the end of this video. I know sometimes they sound a little conspiratorial, but you know what? Everyone always tells Alex Jones he's a conspiracy theorist until they prove him right. And he's been right more than he's been wrong. And he's willing to admit when he's wrong. So stop bashing him over the head about the Sandy Hook thing because he's already admitted that. I digress. Thank you to those of you that made it to the end of the video. I greatly appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like it and leave a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this one on the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon so that you can be notified when I upload additional content. If you have a recommendation for a topic that you want to see discussed on this channel, or a song or other thing that you want to see a reaction to, please make sure you leave it in a comment below, as a lot of the content on this channel comes directly from user recommendations from people just like you. So thank you very much to the people that have made recommendations in the past. I appreciate you. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. God bless, and bye for now. Go ahead and check out one of the links on the screen now to either subscribe to the channel and see the rest of the videos of the channel, or one of the carefully selected videos that you may wish to see that YouTube has used its algorithm to select for you.